Hey folks, it's Ted Mullen here from Clean Waterman and Danbury Manufacturing. I just want to show you, it's going to be a few parts to this video. We're going to modernize a system here, and I'll show you what we've got. This is your well tank, and before the well tank is a it's a Venturi. It's a micronizer type of Venturi, and what it does is it sucks air in. As the water goes past it, it helps the water suck air into the system, which was meant to help oxidize iron and to get odor out of the water. And we have our well tank here. Then it goes over to a vent tank. This is the next component of this old type system. Now, this was not the worst technology at its time. I'll go over a couple of the issues that have come up with it over the years. So this is where the excess air that was not used to oxidize iron or odor or sulfur or something like that, it was all vented out through this tank right here. This is the Honeywell vent at the top. From there it went to a combination berm and calcite filter. So what that was doing was taking the iron out and raising the pH. And then we had a water softener here, a 32,000 grain water softener, which is quite sufficient for this home. It's just that it's old and it's all compounded with iron and it's just a mess. And then it's followed up by a UV light because there must have been a bacteria problem here at one time. And we will be leaving the UV light and the well tank in. But the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to remove the Venturi, the micronizer, because we're going to aerate the bed of the new filter in a slightly different manner. Now the problem with this particular thing here is the way this works is the water's coming in this pipe. It's a 1-inch pipe. It comes in here and it skinnies down to a hole that's about 1/8 of an inch. And if you remember science class from middle school, when you take any kind of fluid, and air is a fluid, we did experiments in school with air, but you can also do this with water, which is obviously a much denser fluid than air. I understand that air is a gas, but when we're doing these experiments with Venturis, we actually, we kind of pretended that air was a fluid in order to accomplish the experiment. But here, water is the fluid that we're actually talking about. So when the water skinnies down to a small hole inside this thing, what it does is it creates a vacuum, which then allows this unit here to suck air into the water. I know it sounds insane that you would actually skinny the water down, but it has to move faster through the little skinny part that's in here, the 1/4-inch hole. I'm sorry, approximately 1/8-inch hole that all the water goes through. It's and that creates a vacuum which sucks air into the water here. And again, the air here was used to oxidize things and get them out of the water, help us get iron out of the water and get odor out of the water. Now, the problem here is that it does slow down the flow of the water. So when I'm done removing this item here, we are going to turn the pump on and off several times. We're going to turn the pump on and allow the well tank to fill up, and we're going to allow the water to go out the hose without allowing the water to go up to the home. Because this line that comes from outside the house is going to be completely caked up with iron, and there's no water filtration system in the world that's going to be able to handle the kind of iron. It's more like sludge that's going to come out of here. So in a little while, I'll show you how that works. Thanks for watching this first video.